Cinderella married into a wealthy family but was humiliated behind the scenes. She was killed in the basement by her cruel mother-in-law just after giving birth, leaving only a cold corpse for her family. Her father and sister were kneeling nearby, crying uncontrollably. The husband who had returned from another city embraced his wife's body, but was pushed away by his father-in-law, who said he wasn't worthy to be his son-in-law. Remembering the beautiful moments with his wife, the husband felt deep guilt. However, the toxic mother-in-law showed no remorse. She told her son that his wife's death was an accident. It started when she was hosting a guest during the day, and the daughter-in-law didn't manage the crying grandson properly, disturbing the guests. The mother-in-law scolded her harshly and made her serve tea to the guests. The elder sister mistakenly thought the younger sister was adding plum juice to orange juice and threatened to tell their mother. The daughter-in-law, who was afraid of the toxic mother-in-law, tried to stop her, accidentally pushing the elder sister to the ground. When the servants heard the commotion, they rushed to help the lady. The mother-in-law came out and slapped the daughter-in-law without asking any questions. The elder sister added fuel to the fire, complaining that the younger sister had bullied her. The mother-in-law ordered the daughter-in-law to leave their house, yelling at her very harshly. The daughter-in-law immediately apologized and begged for forgiveness. During the argument, the daughter-in-law accidentally knocked over the guest's daughter who was trying to mediate. The guest arrived on the scene and witnessed this. Then the mother-in-law ordered the servants to lock the daughter-in-law in the basement. Despite her desperate screams, no one responded. Due to her weak postpartum condition and being overwhelmed with anger, she fainted and hit a shelf, causing a stone jar to fall directly on her head and crush her under the shelf. She lost consciousness instantly. When the servant heard the noise, she reported it to the old lady, who was attending the guest banquet that night. She didn't care about the daughter-in-law's safety and told the servant not to worry about the basement situation, missing the best time for rescue. It wasn't until late at night that another servant informed the daughter-in-law's younger sister that her sister was locked in the basement and might be in danger. Xiaolin immediately called the police and went to the villa to find her sister. After finding her in the basement, she was still crushed under the shelf. At that moment, she was barely alive. After being taken to the hospital, she used her last breath to ask her sister to take care of her young son and never give him to the toxic mother-in-law, because she had suffered severe internal injuries. The doctors couldn't save her life. The real culprit, the toxic mother-in-law, felt no guilt at all. She believed everything was the daughter-in-law's own fault. Even more despicable was the mother-in-law using the full-time staff to create public opinion, portraying the daughter-in-law as a traitor and washing herself clean of any guilt. Late at night, Xiaolin suddenly saw her sister crying by the bed. The two sisters hugged tightly. Xiaoling's ears were filled with her sister's last words. It turned out to be just a dream. At the same time, the husband also dreamed of his dead wife, who was wearing a tight white dress and saying goodbye to him. After hugging, she walked away into the distance. After the sister's death, the child was temporarily entrusted to the younger sister. APU came to Xiaoling's home to see his son, wanting to take the child back, but Xiaolin refused, as her sister's dying wish was for Xiaoling to take care of the child. Despite APU promising to take good care of the child and never remarry, Xiaolin still wouldn't give him the child. When the couple got married, the husband promised to take care of his wife for life. Obviously, he hadn't done that now, so Xiaolin would no longer trust him. If he wanted to take the child, he had to agree to a condition.